Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and I'm here with the 5-foot wonder, Jill Simonello. And this is going to be more of an educational video. We're here at the 2022 Chicago Auto Show, and we're in the Tundra booth for a reason. There's a lot of chatter online about Payload and Payload concerns with the new Tundra coming out and how low it was. If you guys follow the market at all, Ford, which we're going to go visit in a minute, claims to have some of the best payload in the industry, up to 2,100 pounds. And I'm going to tell you why that's fiction. But let's go ahead and start with the Tundra. But before we get there, let's talk about what Payload is. Payload is everything you add to the truck, right?
Right.
And so every truck has a number on a sticker, how much you can add. Now, it also includes towing. So if you have a trailer, you take part of the tongue weight against your payload. This is why a lot of people overload half tons. A lot of conversation online about buying 3/4 ton, not half ton. A lot of debate. Okay, so tongue weight can be a pretty complex topic for a lot of people, but it's pretty simple. It is the tongue of that trailer, and there's a sticker on that trailer that'll tell you how many pounds of tongue weight is on that tongue. And it's, when you put that trailer hooked up to that weight transfers to the truck, which means you need to grab your calculator and do your math and figure out how much payload you're losing in that truck when the truck's in operation and towing.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
So the other thing I want to say that you have to include that a lot of people, and I know I didn't think about this, but a lot of people don't think about including payload is how much you weigh and how much I weigh.
Oh, yeah,
That's a part of the number. So there could be like 20 Jills and maybe just one of him
Right.
in a truck for the same payload. But that also is a part of the
Right,
number.
so your big gulp bottle, your bag, your purse, whatever, that all adds into it.
Yeah.
And here's the issue with payload that people don't always understand, is if you do overload the truck, you're putting a lot of strain on the drivetrain components, a lot of strain on the brakes. You're actually riding on the bump stops, which are below the rear axle, and so you're not doing the truck any favors. And
Right.
so there's a lot of debate about that. Let's go and check this one up. This is an SR5. So this is about the basic trim we can find in this Toyota booth. And so what you're looking for is going to be right here on the driver's side. Every truck mandated has to have this. There's a sticker right here. And it says in small print, the combined weight of occupants and cargo should never exceed 1,395 pounds, okay? That is that sticker right there, 1,395. And so what happens here is you'll have a stated payload on the press release or on the media site, or Toyota.com will say this is the max payload. Everything you add to the truck, sunroofs, powered seats, anything you add to the truck makes that payload go down. So we gotta keep that in mind. But Jill, let's find another one. What do we got here?
All right, I got my running shoes on, so I'm ready to go. Should we run over to the Ford booth, or
Let's keep doing Tundras.
Keep doing boring. All right, we've got a capstone model back here. Let's go check that out.
All right.
All right, so we are in the capstone model here. We're going to open this door. We're going to check out what the payload is. Okay, we've got the sticker, and it says 1,345. So this is the iForce Max, the hybrid version of the Tundra. 1,345 is what you got here.
Okay, all right, so we just checked out the SR5. Let's check out the 1794. In this case, we have payload of 1,310 pounds. Now, that's less Jills than the SR5, right? And so you can see we have the panoramic moonroof, powered seats again. We have all sorts of stuff going on here. And so as the payload goes down, so let me give you a real world example. If you're towing a 10,000 pound trailer, which is what this truck can pretty much max tow at, you're gonna have 1,000 pounds of tongue weight typically, right? And so 1,000 pounds of tongue weight against your payload, and I'm driving myself.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
I can't even.
That's
go
what
in
you
there.
have left. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the reality of payload. So let's take from this booth. Let's go pick on Ford. Let's go talk about Ford a little bit, right? And let's see if we can't find that magical 2,100 pound truck. All right, so we're over here in Ford, and what's interesting is Ford, a lot of people are going to talk about, is that we have a fully boxed frame that can do Tundra. We have aluminum side panels, so this truck should be lighter. And like I said, how payload works is the gross vehicle weight rating minus the curb weight. So how much the truck can actually handle minus how much it weighs is typically your math there for payload. But we look at this one, we have a limited, so it's a really high trim level.
So lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff, and we have the power boost. We have a battery in here too, right? So you go hybrid, you have more components and more battery, which
More weight.
means, our payload number on this is 1,317 pounds. So Jill, I've been out of school for a long time. 1,317 is not 2,100, right?
That is not 2,100. I mean,
Right.
yeah. I've been out of school a lot longer than you, but in journalism, math, that's not our
It's always
forte.
funky.
So,
Right.
but yeah.
Let's
No,
go check
it's
out a
not.
few more Fords and see if we can't get close to that number.
Okay.
All right, here we are in front of another Ford. We have an F-150, we have the extended cab, 4 performance parts on it, bigger tire, bigger lift. and we have what kind of engine?
It's a 2.7 liter EcoBoost.
So we have the smaller engine, the smallest one they have. So we have less weight, right? It says engines, the bigger, the more weight.
No battery.
Yeah, it kind of works out. Let's see what this door sticker says. So in this case, we have a total payload of 1,419 pounds. We've gone up a little,
so far.
Right? We've gone up a little bit, but we haven't gone to that magical number you see on the spec sheets online.
The magical unicorn number?
The magical unicorn number. All right. So let's keep going down because I think there's a truck that's going to be as close as we can get to in the show.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, one more important aspect that comes up a lot is the difference between a half ton and a 3/4 ton. So we have an F250 here with the diesel, big burly truck, right?
Right.
And so this is the benefits you get when you do get the heavy duty, right? So you get it right here. Even lifted with all the accessories on this, I still have 2,751 pounds of payload, right? So not only do heavy duty trucks tow more, you actually can haul more safely because you have additional payload. That's because this truck has a more reinforced frame, it's got bigger components and things, but that also means there's a trade-off there, right? So stiffer, heavier, more solid frame and components means it rides worse than a half ton.
Right.
It's like a kicking bull.
What do you want? What do you want?
Exactly. So that is going to be your decision making going on. Let's go ahead and see if it gets to unicorn. We have one option at the end that may be the unicorn Ford we're looking for. All right, here we are in the kind of the commercial area of the Ford display, and we have an XL, which is their base trim. This is the XTX package. It's got a few upgrades to it as far as appearance and different tires and things, but this is probably as close we're going to get on the show floor, getting close to that 2100 unicorn number. So what do we think we got? 15, 16?
I'm going to say 16.
16.
Yeah.
So in this case, we have 1,601 pounds. She is the best bidder. Come on down.
Price is right.
Right?
Closest without going over. Woo!
So let me explain that 2,100 number here as you get a closer look at that sticker. Okay, so this is really important, and I want to make sure that I say it perfectly for you guys. The F-150 you're seeing on screen with those specs numbers, if you look at the asterisk, it has the heavy payload package. And so what that does is it changes the suspension up to haul more weight, right? And so basically it's taking some of the 3/4 ton parts, putting on a half ton. Now that vehicle is big time unicorn. I've searched for them, and I think I found one nationwide on every time I search for them, out of like hundreds and hundreds of F-150s. So don't get carried away on that. Then there's one other point I want to make on these trucks that people don't always understand is we have a bigger truck, right? Bigger truck, we have a big truck bed, we have lots of space in bed, we can haul a lot of stuff. Sort of. Right? So as we're talking about this, you can haul more volume in this than you say a Ford Maverick, which we're going to go check out in a second. However, let's talk about payload. Let's go check out the sticker on the Ford Maverick. Okay, so here we are on the Ford Maverick, which is the smallest Ford truck they make, right?
Yep.
And you would think in this case, we have a small 4-foot bed, we don't have much space back here, it can't really haul that much.
Well, exactly, yes, that would be the common logic, yes.
Right. So, but we look at the sticker here, and this truck can haul 1,500 pounds. Now you went and looked at the Tundra Capstone, you've looked at the 1794, we've looked at the top limited trucks, and this truck can actually haul more than the Power Boost Limited F-150.
Yeah, and I will say this is also has the hybrid engine.
Right.
So this is the base truck with the base powertrain, which is the hybrid powertrain, and this petite little thing, which is Jill-sized, by the way, can haul or just as much as
Right. So
big truck.
The bed in the F-150 has volume. So if you have wood chips, if you have bikes, things you're putting in there don't weigh a whole lot, you can haul more volume in that truck.
Right.
However, both these trucks haul the same amount of weight. So it's just really interesting. Something you need to keep in mind when you're out shopping for a truck is that it's just because you go bigger doesn't mean you get more payload, right? It doesn't mean you can haul more. It just get more space in the cabin, but payload doesn't change as often as people think.
Yeah, and I mean the other thing to keep in mind here is we were searching for the unicorn.
Yep.
2,100 pounds of payload. The closest we came was 1,600 pounds. That's still 500 pounds away.
Right.
So I mean, can you find a unicorn? Does it exist?
Right, and that's exactly right. And the Tundra, the Tundra weights were a little bit lower, which is what people cause concerns on, but 100 pounds isn't that big of a deal when you're talking payload overall.
100 pounds is me. It's a big deal. I'm just saying.
All right, there you go. Hope you learned something in this video. When you're out there shopping, again, you can't do this online. You have to do it in person. The stickers are specific to the vehicles, and so it can be pretty confusing. That's why auto shows are really nice for that. You can walk around open doors, see what's going on. So there you go. For more, check the video to your website down below. As always, thanks for watching. We will see you down the road.